What's going on, everybody? I am here to talk about a quick subject that a lot of people are very tired of hearing me talk about, actually, and that is all lives matter. Yes, all lives matter. Once again, in the wake of recent developments that have happened all over the world, but for some reason, most notably in Paris, we are brought to this crossroad of lives mattering. And I just wanted to point out something. One thing that's been obvious is that there's been a newfound attention being paid to atrocities happening all over the world in response to the atrocity in Paris, which is a horrible, situation that happened. Let me not let me not even begin to act like that wasn't something that needs to be expressed in that way, in that profound sense. It was a horrible incident of terrorism, and a lot of people have come forth with different atrocities that have happened all over the world, either similar in number of casualties or just in the sense of things happening within that very week of the Paris tragedy happening, and there being, pretty much a media-driven force of what gets paid attention to and what doesn't. And I'm actually very pleased to see that kind of critical thought happening with people now. It's very encouraging to see that people are starting to question things. People are starting to ask, well, why did this atrocity get so much attention, but when this happened, it didn't get any, or next to none? Or why wasn't this labeled as a terrorist act, which, even though everything happened within the same similar parameters, So I'm very again encouraged to see that kind of critical thought happening. Now, getting back to the All Lives Matter people. Now, this is your time to shine. I mean, this is your chance, man. This is your chance to take the All Lives Matter hashtag movement to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because now you get to come out of this label of being reactionary people. Like the only, because basically the whole premise that gets accused towards you is that the only reason you say all lives matter is in response to when black Americans say black lives matter when things happen to black people, and we want to talk about how black lives matter. So now these are things happening all over the world, man. Like, you got people of all different cultures and all different ethnicities suffering, being terrorized, being victims of particular types of genocides. And this isn't, this becomes bigger than just we just want to make we don't want to look like we're just trying to make black people be quiet thing. It no longer has to be a black versus all lives matter argument. This is your chance, man. Like, if you're really about that, we should be seeing you guys and girls screaming from the mountaintops about how all lives matter. You should be railing against the Republican effort to stop Syrian refugees from being allowed into the country, because all lives matter. Right now, these people are refugees. They're victims. They're people that have no parts of, nor want any parts of what's going on. They're just getting bombed along with everybody else. You dig? Because they're not supporting the campaign, but they're collateral damage within that. Now, again, this is not just about the Syrian people. This is about the Nigerian people. It's about the Ethiopian people. I know there was an incident in Asia recently. I wish I could come up with the particulars on it. This is what happens when you read too much all at one time. You can't remember every single thing. But again, we're talking about things happening all over. Of course, let's not forget about Beirut. And these are things happening to different people of different ethnicities and cultures. So if you're an all lives matter person, and if all lives really matter, you will be speaking out against this. I do expect to see all types of things on your Facebook wall and all types of campaigns, denouncing the bigoted acts of certain people trying to show selective outrage towards who gets to be labeled as terrorists and who gets to be considered victims of terrorism, whose lives get to matter. Because again, now it's actually funny too, because the Syrians were catching all the blame for what was going on, and now we're starting to see more and more articles and news stories being shown that those passports that were found on those people were not real. Those were fake. So who's to say that these people were actually even Syrian people? Now, that's yet to be determined, but at the same time, how can you determine one thing versus the other? It's yet to be determined. You should just wait and find out who's doing what. But let's just go with the whole Syrian angle. Let's say they were Syrian people. Now you got France over there bombing Syria. Now again, they're not just bombing terrorists in Syria. This is similar to what happened in Iraq. It's similar to what happened in Afghanistan. Similar, to what happened in all these areas of the Middle East. Everybody's knee-jerk reaction. Well, let's just go bomb them. Let's go, let's just go blow them to hell. Now you forget that when you do that, you kill way more innocent people than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, snakeheads of whatever organization supposedly is in charge of all this. So for every one general of the terrorist coalition, you've killed maybe 1,000 civilian innocents. Now, do their lives matter or do they not? Can't be selective with this one. You want to say all lives matter, you're encompassing all lives. So this is not the time for you to be quiet. Let's see those hashtags, everybody. Come on. All lives matter. Let's go. Let's get it going. We trying to save everybody, right? Or so you say whenever black people have a problem. Let's see what you say now. Maybe you won't say anything. I'll reserve that. I'll reserve my cynicism. I'll give y'all a chance. But we'll see. But between now and then, let's all be blessed. Let us all pray for everybody out here, for those who do that kind of thing. May we all wake up tomorrow. All right? Peace.